Hello, welcome back. This is Seewing Yi, and today I'm going to go over a January 2023, and this is a updated uh, bi-weekly investment opportunities. All right, so without further ado, before I begin to go over this specific property for you to review, but at the end of this short video, if you see the value of this video presentation, please smash the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. And without further ado, let me share my screen and get this thing started. All right, so this is a monthly or bi-weekly updates on real estate investor investment opportunities. So I'll get to the point. This is all about buying out of state, buying cheap out of state turnkey properties for average folks out there, the mom and pop real estate investors, wherever you are located in the country, you can do this. Okay, so there's no such thing as a national real estate market. All real estate market is local. There are more than 400 MSA, metropolitan statistical areas, and there are over 3 counties and over 9,000 cities in the US. Now, I know there's so much confusion out there. There's so much bombardment of information in the YouTube channel world. YouTube channel world is the wild, wild west of social media. So I have to say that as I review all my contemporaries and all the real estate YouTube channels, I could confidently say that most of those information you're getting are really clickbait, very misleading, very lot of doom and gloom, fear-born types of information. So all I can do and all I can say is be authentic, be transparent with all of you, and I will only provide you with data and trends. And this is the best way for you to become a more informed investor and educated, experienced investor that you could be. So today's we'll talk about investment property, something I have done for the past several decades in helping our out-of-state investors, mom and pop investors, to do very, very well in investment property purchases. Okay, so the things you hear from me are rarely discussed anywhere else. It's not national news media information, and most of the information you hear from the YouTube videos are really for primary home buyers. I'm talking about real estate investing. Invest in rental properties, 1 to 4 units. Okay, so cash flow is king, right? So right, that's the bottom line. And the highlight of this type of investment methodology is you have the ability to scale your portfolio. You need to buy more than one rental properties in order to achieve financial freedom. It's a one rental at a time. Scale your portfolio, buy off market if you can, off markets, not in the multiple listing service. Use a turnkey approach, use a turnkey provider that have done all the research, all the due diligence, most of it, at least, on your behalf. So you don't have to waste time to reinvent the wheel, whatever, in order to potentially buy a property. So all this property I'm going to show with you on a bi-weekly basis are turnkey. They've all been rehabbed. They will pass third-party inspection with flying colors, professional property management in place. You can finance these small purchases, even with $40,000, $50,000 properties, rental properties. You can still get financing through our lender that we have that are willing to do small loans. But the minimum down payment for single-family home residential investing is 20%. And any duplex or higher, the minimal down payment for investors is 25%. So these properties are typically pre-leased. Even if they're not, they are very easily rentable. So you could buy invest out of state remotely, passively, and successfully, and you're potentially working with a turnkey provider on the ground in the specific market who has been doing this for the past 30 years or even longer. So great track record, very low risk, but again, you have to do your own research and due diligence to make an informed decision, to take action, and consult with your advisors to determine whether this type of investment methodology is good for you. All right, so top 10 market by realtor.com, list Buffalo, New York region ranked number 5 in terms of top 10 markets for 2023. Which is a good sign. So this kind of typical property you're going to purchase outside may not look all that great, but this kind of houses been around for a long time. However, you can everything in the house you are getting or completely rehabbed down to the studs, interior, and like I said, it'll pass inspection, it get appraised properly by a lender, so you can do financing and leverage your money through investment financing properties. Although you can buy cash if you want. A lot of people buy cash in this type of markets using pure cash or self-directed IRA, buy in all cash. So if you choose, so after the inspection, as you can see, everything looks really good. It's turnkey, rentable, habitable, and the renter be glad to rent your house and pay your rent. So this is the bathroom. This is the one in the bedroom. As you can see, it's very, very well done. Great rehab team that in the market. They have been doing it for decades and decades and decades. So you can, anyway, and today's property, I'm just going to show you just one. This kind of property are very desirable. Is completely rehabbed. This property is not available right now. It's being rehabbed as we speak. It's going to be available in a few weeks, but depending on who you are, your motivation, someone have to make a reservation in order to reserve this property, go through me to make that happen. Of course, I have to go through a lot of pre-qualification on your part, run your credit report and obtain your financial profile to ensure that you qualify, to ensure that you have the down payment, you have the credit, the whole 9 yards. But having said that, this kind of property is so desirable. Obviously, it's this kind of information, or you could make the argument this kind of properties are not mainstream. You're not going to get it from any other source, not the national news media, not all the clickbait information out there. This is a very niche market, very niche type of investment methodology. So by you having access to my information, my YouTube channel, you're given afforded the opportunity to do something that initially you have no clue that this kind of type of investment opportunities exist, which is mind-boggling. So this house, upon finishing rehab in a few weeks, is this is, you may think this is too good to be true, but it's not. This is a fourplex located in this location in the Buffalo Niagara Falls region. Is the value is $84,000, as you can see. It's a fourplex, 4 doors, 4 different family gonna live in here. It's a multi-unit. It's a 4-unit. Okay, it's $84,000. No, this is not a misprint. Okay, this is mind-boggling. Okay, so anyway, I'm just giving you as much transparent information as out there. By the way, every bi-weekly, I will highlight a specific property or several properties for your review, and this is absolutely mind-boggling to honestly. So this turnkey provider has been doing it for decades and decades. They continue to produce the result for out-of-state investors, whether you're from wherever part of the country you're from. They also sell these kind of turnkey properties to foreigners from all over the world. The Middle East, UK, Australia, South America and Canada, of course, a lot of these investors, savvy, sophisticated, smart investors are targeting this turnkey provider, targeting this region and this market and this neighborhood for many, many years, and so forth, so on. So I don't want to spend too much time. Time is very, very limited. I only have a few more minutes to present this. This fourplex, again, 25% down payment, even with a 6.5% 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Whatever the interest rate, that's not that important because you are not paying the mortgage and you're going to outsource someone by the name of a tenant to pay your mortgages. Not only to pay your mortgages, to pay all your debt service and monthly expenses. What are they? They are your monthly mortgage, of course. Your tenant going to pay that. In this case, the 4 tenants. Your monthly taxes, your insurance, your property management fee of 10% of the rent, and 5% vacancy also factored in, and the maintenance cost and also has been factored in. So really, your risk, your at risk is your down payment, which is 25% multiplied by 84 grand, which is $21,000 in plus the closing costs around 4,000. Total out of your pocket for $26,000. You can get financing with this lender that we have in place. Wells Fargo, this very unique lender that are willing to do the loan. Like I said, the appraisal should work and the inspection report should validate everything. You can buy this under your own name. Okay, don't go through a partnership, don't go through syndication, don't go through or whatever joint venture and all this kind of things. You buy this kind of property 100% in your name or in the name of your self-directed IRA if you choose to do so. Let's finish the number. This the monthly gross rent is $1,450. Is a very conservative rental situation. By the time this property is finished rehabbing in a few weeks, I don't know exactly how long it's gonna take, but 3 of the units has been rented already. 1 more unit to be rented. Excellent rental market, great consistent cash flow, very stable market. Buffalo, New York, Niagara Falls. Gross rent is $1,450, conservatively speaking, total of 4 units. So each unit rents for a little bit less than $400. That's why people are willing, these are the demographics. So very good rental situation. The rental market is very, very strong moving forward. So you minus the vacancy rate monthly, this is just projection, minus all your debt service, everything else. At the end of the day, you will achieve a whopping monthly net cash flow of approximately $529. And the upper right-hand corner, I'm not going to go through the numerical formulas. It'll take me 1 hour to discuss that, but I will say it. I will just verbally say at the numbers or these formulas are very, very important. I will just tell you the rent to value ratio is 1.7, which is way above the benchmark. The capitalization rate is 13.2%, which is totally amazing. The capitalization rate on a typical cash flow properties, historically speaking, around 5%. You're getting 13.2%. This is mind-boggling. Cash on cash return, approximately 24%. And at the end of the first year, your total return on investment is approximately 37%, and that is based only on a 3% annual appreciation growth. Okay, so the 30%, and at the end of the first year only is 37%. Imagine, I have no time to talk about the second to 10th year of internal rate of return, which it'll be mind-boggling. I'm not going to spend time on that because it'll take me another 2 hours to do that. At the end of the day, you're going to receive a cash flow positive of $529, which is absolutely mind-boggling. Okay, so these are great numerical perspective, however, which is much more than that. All right, so let me skip over to the next highlight. Again, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but the most important thing is, as a real investor, it doesn't matter whether you are a newbie or an experienced investor. You can profit from buying something like this without too much more research and due diligence on your part, because you're buying from a turnkey provider, and you everything's turnkey, everything has been done for you, all the research methodology and the due diligence has been done for you by this particular concept that we are promoting. So at the end of the day, this is just one fourplex. You don't have to go through any kind of a fee, paying a fee to attend a boot camp. You don't have to walk on fire on a boot camp, a weekend retreat, nothing like that. You don't have to spend the next 10 years learning through any other YouTube channel, learning about real estate investing. But this is a turnkey, will take you straight to the turnkey provider, whether you are a very unsophisticated investor, a newbie, whatever, you can have access to this type of unique niche market. Do you understand the word coming out of my mouth? All right, rental property. So you have to buy more, right? Over time, one rental at a time. It all depends on your financial resources. If you want to achieve retirement in 5 to 10 years, you have to buy, more than one rental property of this type. So you can buy single family homes, duplex, triplex, or fourplex, very, very inexpensive, using this type, very, very cheap, very inexpensive down payment wise. So, you get the bang for the buck. Again, if you want to achieve massive financial freedom, accelerate your financial freedom goals, you need to buy a number of these properties, single family home, duplex, triplex, fourplex, on this type of investment methodology. Rental property, as you know, you may not know, rental property is history's most powerful and proven multi-dimensional real estate asset class, because there are 5 ways you can make money. Cash flow, consistent rental income, raise your rent every year, so your cash flow will increase quite a bit. You get the tax benefits, you get the appreciation, 3, 5, 7% appreciation annually, compound growth. You get the leverage of a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. So as an investor, you don't worry about the interest rate, although the interest rate is a little bit higher, affects your cash flow just a little bit. But as an investor, you're buying a property not based on the interest rate, whereas a primary home buyer, they buy based on their monthly payment. Investor, no. You buy based on cash flow, okay? And your monthly payment, your mortgage, I said it again, is that you're not paying for it. Your renter is paying down your mortgage, paying down your debt. So 5 ways to achieve wealth using rental property, income property. No other asset class in history of the world will give you the dimensions of asset growth that you can get on income property, as I explained to you right now. All right. So I think that's all I have to say. You work as a team. You find the best trusted source. There's, a lot of people are not trusted. So anyway, at the end of the day, Warren Buffett, in case you don't know who's Warren Buffett, Google his name, and one of his investment philosophies says, be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. A lot of people today are fearful because of this, recession fears, or job market fear, or real estate crash fears, and inflation, and all this challenging environment that we're facing. But all those are negative headlines that will feed to your fears. You have to overcome that. So if you have the courage and the motivation and the smart and the intelligence and the common sense to overcome all this misleading emotional information, become a focused investor, a long-term investor that you are potentially are, then you can do very well in this challenging market. Okay, that's all I have to say. And once again, if you receive a lot of value from this video, please smash the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you will receive many updates, not only about investment properties, but the real estate markets in general. All right, so thank you for listening. This is Seewing Yi, and I will See you on the next video. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.